I'm State Senator Laura Fine, and I proudly represent the 9th State Senate District. In the Illinois Senate, I chair the Mental Health Committee and I vice chair the Insurance Committee. As a result of that, much of my legislation is around health care, both physical and mental health care, and insurance reform. One thing that I really want to fight for when I go to Washington is Medicare for all. I have a complete understanding of how a surprise medical incident can be very disruptive to a family. When my husband was driving to work one day, he was hit head-on by a truck. We were drowning in hundreds of thousands of dollars in medical bills. What happened to my family should not happen to any other family. When I ran for office, I ran to change health care in Illinois, and my legislation has brought us from a state that favors industry to one of the most consumer-friendly states in the country. Now we need to take that one step further, because health care should be a right and not a privilege. Everybody deserves the health care that they need. I can't tell you how many people I talk to who say, I can't wait until I am of the age to be on Medicare so I don't have to have these concerns anymore. We need to make sure that our hospitals are sustainable, our doctors can be able to afford their education, and that our patients have accessible, affordable care. That's what we need to fight for, not only in the state of Illinois, but in Washington, D.C. One of the issues that I'm really focusing on is the economy and affordability. When I talk to my own children, they are very concerned right now because they feel like the American dream is slipping from their hands. A recent article just came out that said the average first-time home buyer is 40 years old. Another study came out today that said if you have 2 children in daycare, it's about $28,000 a year. The question is, how can we afford it? I'm talking to a lot of people knocking on doors all the time, and their concerns have to do with, how am I going to be able to afford my health care if my child gets sick? I just went to the grocery store and I got a half a bag of groceries for twice the price. This is outrageous. We need to focus on this affordability in housing, in food, in healthcare. It is across the board. And we really need to listen to what are our younger generations concerned about and how do they meet those needs. Because people sacrifice to make sure that their children have the next step up. And our children are telling us that they're afraid that that's not possible. And we need to make that change. So when I go to Congress, I'm going to focus on affordability in healthcare, in lowering grocery costs, and in also making more housing and more affordable. I've done that in Springfield, and I'm going to continue to fight for that in Washington. So I would appreciate your support.